Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High Yah. Thanking the Most High Yah for waking us up. Realize we the true Israelites of the Bible, for sending His begotten Son to die for Israel, the Negroes scattered to the four corners of the earth. I like to say shalom, peace, and glory. Uh, y'all see the title tonight: the gathering, the blood test, the war. We got a lot going on. We had a good time last night. It was good to hear the men and the women, um, and giving their perspective and what we should do to bring Israel together. What the women should do, how to teach the young women, teach the young men. I think it was good last night. So tonight we're going into the gathering because this is what we're doing. We're gathering together. uh, the blood test. We're gonna look at a video where somebody is questioning the people that saying that they are us. Why don't they take a blood test? And y'all know about the war. So all these things is playing in place and could be our time of our gathering and getting up out of here. So I pray it is. you know, I pray it is. Um, it would be great because this is a time, man. I am so tired, y'all. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are. The state that we live in today, we have to go to work, yeah, have to make money, pay light bill, car payments, water bill, all kinds of stuff, man. So I'm looking forward to being delivered out of this state. I'm looking forward to, right? And the thing is, when Israel, I want y'all to think about Israel, our ancestors. When they was in Babylon, what was they looking for? Deliverance. Keep in mind. When we was in Assyria, what was we looking for? Deliverance. Keep in mind. When we was in Israel, what were we looking for? Deliverance. So right now, man, can y'all imagine? It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. And, I don't want to get too it. I just hope this is it. If you ever watch that movie, The Seventh Sign, right? The Seventh Sign movie, it was this Roman soldier was cursed to live over 2,000 years or more, and he was so wanted to die and be delivered. He wanted the world to end. And so when you watch the Seventh, it's an old movie. I think her name Dina Moore play in it. When you watch the Seventh Sign and that Roman soldier, why was he cursed? He said he struck a man, he struck the Messiah. It's almost like we are cursed. Why? Because our ancestors said, put the blood on us and our children and children's children. So when you watch that movie, it's talking about us, Israel. We curse and a cursed people, but these curses are coming back off of us. I mean, off of us to the other nations. So tonight, I want to talk about the gathering. I want to talk about the blood test. That's all up in the area. You got camp guys don't like to do blood work. You got people that say that we are Indians. They don't like to do blood tests. They don't believe in blood. And you got the Ish people say they abandoned blood tests over there. Now, that's why would they do that? So then you got the war we know going on. America attacked and Israelis attacked Iran. Iran attacked back. I seen earlier Mighty Lion put something up there on Facebook was saying that Iran is going to attack America. I mean, here, where we at? Whew, this thing is getting heated up. I just pray for each and every Israelite that we will be safe and sound. Jeremiah 29. But this might be our time right before, if that's going to happen. I pray the Most High will give us a way out, as the scriptures tells us, right? So this is our prayer. Let's get ready to greet the chat, get ready to get into it. Shalom, Mighty Lion. How you doing? Jazariah. Shalom, how you doing? You love for y'all. Shalom, sister. I think that's the sister. Yes, yeah. Shalom, shalom, Miss Paul Land. Shalom, how you doing? Amira, Yasharal, shalom. Shalom, Sister Pam. Shiri shalom. Y'all was bringing it last night, Shiri Yeah, you're right, Sister Pam. That was a great discussion last night. Discussing because they heard both sides, and wasn't nobody arguing or going crazy. So I love that. We need more of that. Ringer was on low, knocked out. All right. All right, they going at it in Mexico too. They killed the cartel leaders. Oh, I didn't know that. They killed the cartel leaders. Wow. Shalom, shalom, Gloria Shem. Shalom, how you doing? Yeah, we should be all looking forward for that time. Now, Brother T came on, looked like he jumped off. I don't know what's going on. Hey, maybe he'll come back. All right, so we're gonna talk about the my son texts me. Hey, you go, he come back. What's up, Brother T?
Long, can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Audio was messing up on me. Shalom, brother. Appreciate you having me on. Shalom, blessing everybody in the chat. What's up, family? Let's get me on.
Shalom, Brother Eric. Shalom. So, y'all, G, what's going on? We got, and part of all what we've been doing, y'all, is the gathering. We do debates, right? We've been doing debate. Shalom, Josiah. So part of all of this, what we've been doing is the gathering. We getting ready for this point. Shalom, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
There you go.
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing, brothers? Shalom to the chat and all Israel scattered abroad. What's good?
Was talking about the gathering, the blood test, and the war. What's going on now, y'all? So part
Shalom,
of
Josiah.
Go ahead.
My bad, man. I'm just speaking to the brother. What's up with you, fam?
Ain't nothing. You got it, bro.
Hey.
Yeah. You say,
So part of all what we've been doing, y'all, I want y'all to think about this. You go back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, right? We've been debating, trying to gathering. All this is part of the gathering, right? We know the Most High is going to gather us, where He started with gathering within these scriptures. Shalom, Eric Tinsley. Ronnie, shalom. So I want to talk about the gathering. I got a video I want to play. It's only 9 minutes long. But when we talk about the gathering, right, a lot of people, that's not representing as Israel in Christianity, they always think we're talking about the gathering only in the Old Testament, right? Now, what if I tell you, Christians, y'all probably know, that the gathering actually is mentioned in the New Testament?
You took my thought.
Say what?
Now you stole what I was
Oh yeah, that's your favorite verse. So the gathering is mentioned in the New Testament. Yeah. So when these Christians say, "Oh, that's old," I love it. That's the Old Testament. Well, how about when we talk about in the New? Joel 3. That don't accept Joel 3. But look at the New Testament. You got that, Josiah, I think it's in John 11.
You got John 11, and he also got Let's see. I think it's 1 Corinthians. But I'll read. Want me to read it John 11 first?
Yeah, get John 11 first.
All right. John 11:48. But I think I'll start at okay, I'll start at 47. It says, Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, What do we? For this man do many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. And one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, Ye know nothing at all, nor consider expediently for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. And this he spake not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that the Messiah, or Jesus, or Yeshua, whatever name you want to call him, because we're talking about the same person, should die for that name, die for that nation, and not for that nation only, but also he gathered together and won the children of God that were scattered abroad.
Now, I would challenge any Christian, when it says scattered abroad, we know it's talking about slavery in a system like they was in at that time. So why would anybody, any Christian think it's talking about a Christian right here, scattered abroad? It's talking about Israelites right here, right? So the gathering, he gonna gather them, right? The ones that scattered abroad. Who was scattered? So-called black man, woman scattered all over the earth. Even at that time, Israel was scattered. So the reason I say that is because I remember it was on Dwayne's channel. I went there. He gonna say the scattered abroad was the believers. I said, dude, yeah, Israelites. Of course, he didn't say nothing else, but that's where he tried to use that as in believers. Okay, if you want to call them believers, but they Israelites, right? They believe in the last sacrificial lamb, the Messiah. So the gathering actually is in the New Testament because we know Joel 3 talks about it. We know, Joel 3, Isaiah 11 talks about it too. And also, you decided just read John 11. Now, if the gathering is in the New Testament, right? The next question is, unless you want to go to, you want to go to the other one?
I want to go to two scriptures. I want to go to the Old Testament, then back to the New Testament. This is Genesis 49:10. It says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver between his feet until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Now, let's go to that. What else fulfilled that?
So hold up.
Second Thessalonians, second.
Make sure you let them know who Shiloh is, because Christians.
It's the Messiah. It's the Messiah. It's the Messiah. It's the law. It says who it is. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:1. It says, Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering together unto him. Prophecy fulfilled.
Wow. So all this is, look, so Christians don't understand that the New Testament, the end part of it is talking about what? Gathering. They were walking around talking about being saved, you know. And when they do that, it's so sad, because when you ask them, why do you believe in Jesus, they really can't tell you. And that's the thing about it. They really can't. They'll say, I believe he died for my sins. So, okay, what that mean? They really don't know. And it's sad. So we in a time that we looking for the gathering, and it's happening all over the channels, even though each channel might not agree, but it's a gathering. And also it's an exodus. So we're gonna find out who's walking according to the Most High when you're getting in wilderness, right? You said just like
Oh, that was Genesis 49 and hold on. 10. Genesis 49 and 10.
yeah, that's a good one right there, ain't there, Amir? That is good. It's really good. So
They actually go with that. That goes perfectly. It lines up perfectly with what he said in John 11,
John,
starting at verse 47, when he said that he should also gather together the children of God that were scattered abroad. So he came for purpose, and when he come a second time, he gonna do it physically.
wow. So, Brother T, you ain't said much. Now, Josiah read, okay, Revelations 5:9. Hold up. That's another one. Let's see. We got another word. Let's see. Revelations 5:9. Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one. Because when we got this gathering in the New Testament, what you gonna do? You know, I mean, that's
Let me ask you this:
yeah.
what condition are you in? That you got to be gathered.
Who, me? I'm in slave.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody, if you got to be gathered together, what do that mean you're at? What condition do that mean you're in?
We want to be saved out of the condition we're in. So we look at the condition the so-called black man and woman are in poverty, number one. Injustice, number two. That's the one. Big injustice, number two. Number three, complete prejudice, Jim Crow, even today. Number four, super oppression. Number five, hating one another, killing one another. Number six, loving Esau more than we love our. Man, I can go on. I don't want to keep. You know how easy that is to come up. How easy that was to just come off the top of my head when you asked that question. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really easy, but you go ask a Christian, they don't even know. That's something we ought to ask them. Just like, what y'all think? That's a good question. Why you need to be saved? Wow, dang, that's a great question. Y'all got an Israelite, right? He said the red moon tonight, 6 a.m. I'm at it. So, y'all, if y'all got a Christian, I'm asking my sister when it's going to say, why do you feel you need to be saved?
That's a good
Man,
question.
about that. And why you feel the
Now
need
I'm thinking about it.
This is good.
Now I'm thinking about it. That's a good question. Why do you need to be saved or gathered? If you just say sin, man, I'm gonna slap you.
Because they'll say sin done away with. The Revelation 5
Right.
and 9.
They'll say the law is done away with, but they'll keep talking about sin
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of sin. What is sin? Then you ask them what sin is. Then you gotta go down the whole rabbit hole of question because who was the law given to? You remember my mother answered, told the truth, and then I called her back and she lied.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you want to pull that Revelation 5 and 9, Brother T? Let's see, they would say that they need to be saved. Eric said they would say they need to be saved from the sin. Yeah, but they'll turn. You're right, they will. But turn around and say the law is done away with. Like, man.
Mm-hmm. They'll say they saved already.
No. Mm-hmm.
They saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. That's what they say.
I'm gonna be honest.
And then they get mad. Yeah, and then they'll get mad when you say you ain't saved, when you disagree with them because I still see you in front of me. That means if you saved, you in the kingdom, you got your spiritual body already. I don't see nobody with that.
That's why you walk through a wall.
From porn.
So,
like,
Brother T, I can read if you don't want it.
No, I got it. Yeah.
5 and 9.
But no, I was laughing at brother Ebert. Saying white men be saved from born. You see that? What Ebert put up? Ebert.
White men need to be
Be like, he saved my soul from the pits of hell. I heard him say that stuff too.
Yeah. I seen John Singer on the commercial praying to Jesus Christ. I said, boy, I think that white boy to my
who?
John, the wrestler John Singler, wherever he's
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
With the big arms.
Yeah.
They say Steve always say, nah, he ain't dead. As far as I don't think so. He didn't die.
He might as well be.
There go my cousin, Robert Yellick Sr. What's going on? All right, so you got something?
You sound like Pastor Kelly when he be saying that to Benaiah. That's my cousin, y'all. He want everybody. Pastor Kelly and Benaiah want everybody to know their cousins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he do that.
Big ass kids.
You got that, Brother T? I got a video to play after that. Then we're gonna go into the
Revelation 5:9.
Yeah.
All right, and they sung a new song saying, "Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain, and thou hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and every tongue, and people and nation." No, that does not include no heathens.
Yeah, I know they'll read that and twist it. I had somebody try to do that, right?
Mm-hmm. Tell your ministry he number one for that. Hey, this brother right here and say he know better than anybody. He got jumped on a Covenant Awakening channel the other day. They jumped you, didn't it, brother ET? You stood on business though, brother. Salute to you, man. But want to tell you that you stood on it.
Okay. Eric says, "For he that has brought these plagues upon shall bring everlasting joy with it, salvation." All right, y'all. That's good. Y'all put some good stuff up here. I got this 9-minute video we're gonna play. It is similar. It might be the same one. Remember the one you play about the second Exodus? I don't know if it's the same one, but it's sort of similar.
You got something like that?
Yeah. And this is, I like it because it's not that long at all, but it get right to the point. That's what I like about it. Y'all see it? Tell them to see it.
Now we do. Now we do.
Fair use.
Are you ready for the second Exodus? In the Bible, the first Exodus was a powerful event where the Israelites were freed from slavery in Egypt. They were then led through the wilderness by Moses, then led into the promised land by Joshua, under the guidance of Yahuwah. But did you know that the scriptures also speak of a second Exodus? This event will be even more amazing. Let's explore what this second Exodus is about, and why it's so important to the followers of the way. Stay tuned as we uncover how this future event will fulfill ancient promises made to the Israelites. Promises so powerful that they will transform the world as we know it. What is the second Exodus? The second Exodus refers to a future time when Yahuwah will gather his people from all the nations where they have been scattered, and bring them back to their own land. This event is prophesied in several places in the Bible, including the books of Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel. Unlike the first Exodus, which involved only the Israelites leaving Egypt, The second Exodus will involve a worldwide gathering of the descendants of the Israelites. Why is the second Exodus important? The second Exodus is significant for several reasons. Fulfillment of promises. Yahuwah made promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob about their descendants inheriting the promised land. The second Exodus will fulfill these ancient promises. A sign of Yahuwah's faithfulness. This event will show Yahuwah's faithfulness to his people and his covenant. Despite their disobedience and scattering, he has not forgotten them. They are his people and his inheritance. Restoration and unity. The return to the land will bring restoration to the Hebrew people and unity among the 12 tribes of Israel. Biblical prophecies of the second Exodus. Several Bible verses highlight this amazing event. Isaiah 11 verses 11 to 12 tells us this. It shall come to pass in that day that Yahuwah shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, who are left. He will set up a banner for the nations, and will assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Jeremiah 23 verses 7 to 8 says this. Therefore, behold, the days are coming, says Yahuwah, that they shall no longer say, as Yahuwah lives, who brought up the children of Israel from the land of Egypt. But as Yahuwah lives, who brought up and led the descendants of the house of Israel, from the north country and from all the countries where I had driven them. And they shall dwell in their own land. Ezekiel 37 verses 21 to 22 reads like this. Then say to them, Thus says Yahuwah Elohim, Surely I will take the children of Israel from among the nations, wherever they have gone, and will gather them from every side and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land, on the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king over them all. Preparing for the second Exodus. As believers, it's important to understand the significance of the second Exodus and to prepare our hearts and minds for this event. Knowing who the people are and knowing the prophecies will help us understand Yahuwah's plan. Strengthening our faith. Trusting in Yahuwah's promises and his timing. Praying for guidance. Seeking Yahuwah's wisdom and direction in our lives. The role of faith and obedience. In the first Exodus, the Israelites had to have faith in Yahuwah and follow his instructions. Similarly, in the second Exodus, faith and obedience will be crucial. Yahuwah calls his people to trust in his plan, even when it seems impossible. This faith is not just a passive belief, but an active trust that is demonstrated through obedience to his commandments.
Hey, if you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you're struggling with your dog, Mango Dogs can help. This is Lucifer. Luther, sorry. And if we can help him with his issues, your dog will be a piece of cake.
Hebrews 11 verse 8 reads like this. By faith, Abraham obeyed, when he was called to go out to the place which he would receive as an inheritance. And he went out, not knowing where he was going. John 14 verse 15 says this. If you love me, keep my commandments. The joy of returning to the land. The return to the land of Israel will be a time of great joy and celebration. The Bible describes it as a time when Yahuwah will restore his people and renew his covenant with them. There will be singing, dancing, and praising Yahuwah for his mighty works. Isaiah 35 verse 10 says this. And the ransomed of Yahuwah shall return, and come to Zion with singing, with everlasting joy on their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. The Bible also speaks of how the land will welcome the Israelites home, flourishing and rejoicing at their return. Ezekiel 36 verses 8 to 11 says this. But you, O mountains of Israel, you shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people Israel. For they are about to come. For indeed I am for you. And I will turn to you, and you shall be tilled and sown. I will multiply men upon you. all the house of Israel, all of it, and the city shall be inhabited, and the ruins rebuilt. I will multiply upon you man and beast, and they shall increase and bear young. I will make you inhabited as in former times, and do better for you than at your beginnings. Then you shall know that I am Yahuwah. Isaiah 62 verses 4-5 says this: You shall no longer be termed forsaken, nor shall your land any more be termed desolate, but you shall be called Hephzibah, and your land Beulah. For Yahuwah delights in you, and your land shall be married. For as a young man marries a virgin, so shall your sons marry you, and as the bridegroom rejoices over the bride, so shall your Elohim rejoice over you. These verses show the land's eager anticipation and readiness to welcome the Israelites, symbolizing a restoration not just of the people but of the land itself. What will happen to the nations that hold the Israelites? The second Exodus will not only be significant for the Israelites, but also for the nations that have held them. The Bible tells us that these nations will face judgment for their actions against Yahuwah's people. This judgment is part of Yahuwah's plan to bring forth justice and to demonstrate his sovereignty. Jeremiah 30 verse 11 says this: For I am with you, says Yahuwah, to save you, though I make a full end of all nations where I have scattered you. Yet I will not make a complete end of you, but I will correct you in justice, and will not let you go altogether unpunished. Isaiah 49 verses 25-26 reads like this: For I will contend with him who contends with you, and I will save your children. I will feed those who oppress you with their own flesh, and they shall be drunk with their own blood as with sweet wine. All flesh shall know that I, Yahuwah, am your Savior and your Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. These verses highlight that the nations will be held accountable for their treatment of the Israelites. Yahuwah's judgment will be a demonstration of his justice and power, ensuring that his people are vindicated and restored. In conclusion, the second Exodus is a powerful future event that highlights Yahuwah's faithfulness and his desire to gather his people back to the land of the Hebrews. Just as he led the Israelites out of Egypt, he will lead his people once again out of oppression, fulfilling his promises and showing his great love and power. As we await this incredible event, let us strengthen our faith, study the scriptures, and prepare our hearts for the return to our own land. May your name be glorified in all the earth. Thank you, Father, for the gift of life. Hallelujah. In the name of the Holy One of Israel, the Messiah, Amen. Father, Amen.
Hey, listen, if you own a business that makes...
All right. I love it. It was good. So I said it wasn't too long. Shalom. Y'all still on here? All right, yeah. So within the video, he was talking. Well, y'all heard the video talking about the second Exodus, right? Like I said, it didn't show a whole lot of graphic on people leaving. This is small. It did a lot of talking and verses, right? So what's going on today is now we got Israel. Well, Ish people are denying the blood work. Why would they deny the blood work in Israel? Why would y'all think they want to say we're going to ban the people getting blood tests? Why is that, y'all? If they are the people, why would they ban that?
Because like everything that you lied about for since the time you professed, well, you were granted to be a nation because America approved that. The Most High didn't prove that. But every lie that they done ever told about who they are and their identity is gonna come tumbling down, or like a ball of rubber bands. All it takes is one to pop. You know what I'm saying? And they all gonna pop. You know what I mean? All them lies. And when they asked about it, you know, for example, like when you ask a Jewish person that, like to you know, prove that they Jewish, all they're gonna say is what's in the heritage, it's in my bloodline. Granddaddy was this and granddaddy was that, but they cannot prove it by DNA. They just can't. and they know they can't.
What do you think, Desire?
I think 1 John and 5 makes it clear. It says, there are three that bear witness in earth, the spirit and the water and the blood, and these three agree in one. And we know that the Pharisees, the chief priests, the elders said to the when they killed the Messiah, let his blood be on our heads and our children forever, right?
Wow.
So that's exactly why they deny DNA, because the blood bear witness that they not the people.
And the blood ain't on their hands.
Mm-hmm.
So
What you say?
yeah. So when you look at Joel chapter 3, verse 21, right? The last verse in that Joel 3, he said, and this is why I know something ain't right with them, why them denying DNA, or these Indians out here, or the camp guys. When the scripture says, I will clean your blood. So why they deny blood when the scripture said, I would? Let me just go there and read it right quick, y'all. Because this is something that, because we're talking about the blood, the blood test, what's going on. I got a video on that too. I'm going to get right to it because that video looked kind of long. But this is what it says. It says, I'm going to start at verse 19. Joel 3. Egypt shall be a desolation. Edom shall be desolate, wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood. Look what they did. They shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever, Jerusalem from generation to generation. What it says, for I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwells in Zion. So remember, we got a people that's living in Zion, right? And if the Most High said, I would cleanse their blood that I have not cleaned, why are they scared? Why are they banning blood?
Hey.
Why are they banning it? Go ahead.
Remember I was talking about how the blood is on our heads and on children and stuff like that. Read 1 John 1, and I think it's 7.
John 1 and 7.
He said he's gonna cleanse our blood. There's a scripture that actually said how he cleansed our blood.
Oh, okay. Hey.
It's been in our face the whole time.
Oh, look,
everything is about the.
Is it 1 John or
1 John? 1 John. It's 1 and 7 or 1 and 8. 1 and 8.
What chapter?
Yeah.
It
chapter 1.
Oh, chapter 1.
1 John 1. Yeah, 1 John 1 and 7.
All right. It says, but if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship one with another. Wow. And the blood of Jesus Christ has cleansed us from all sins. Wow.
That's how you're going to clean our blood, with the blood of the Messiah. And what did they say? Let his blood be on our children.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So why are they scared of blood tests? Why are they scared to do that then? Why so-called black folks that say they Indians, why are they scared of blood tests? So-called camp guys, why are they scared of blood tests? This is the stuff. And the thing is so bad about it. If you born in America, they already got your blood. Go out here, commit a crime, see what happened. So the thing is, your blood is in the database. So why is these people scared of blood tests, blood work, when the Messiah gonna clean our blood? Why? Well, you just read in 1 John 1 and 7 with Joel chapter 3. The Messiah gonna clean our blood. So why are these people banning blood tests in what they call Israeli-ish people? So this is the thing right here. Let me get to this, y'all, because I want to.
Say you got that video, old Tucker. Yeah, that explains it all.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it right now. Yes, I had a couple of videos I want to play, and it's pretty good, right? You know, he poking the bear and don't understand why he poking the bear. Who we are by him poking the bear.
Oh yeah, no, brother. We'll get it after that. Brother Eric had a question too, man. But we'll get it after that.
Oh, video. Man. Let me see. Let's go. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I think I found it right here. So
run that back trying to get in.
okay. I got it. I got it queued up there. Let me get back to y'all. Okay. Run it back. Shalom, run that back.
Shalom to the brothers and sisters in the chat. Shalom to the brothers on the panel.
All right.
Fast.
Shalom, bro.
That's fast you ever talk. Thanks.
Yeah, he talking like me, ain't he? Shalom to the brothers in the chat.
Nah, I'm just fast as hell. I'm fast as hell, that's why.
What? Fast and what? What, in golf?
Running.
That's a slow sport.
Playing basketball.
Oh, he can play ball. Okay. All right. So look, I'm ready to play this video, y'all. Fair use. We'll be right back. I'm ready to start it right now. Fair use.
Now, you might ask yourself, why is it illegal to obtain this in the state of Israel? Because it proves.
Why don't we do that? Would you be against doing that?
And we do have DNA tests.
Descendants of the ancient Hebrews that used to live in that part of the world some 3,000 years ago. Oh.
Abram's descendants are the ones who have the right to have this land, correct? Yes. Okay. Why don't we do genetic testing on everybody in the land and find out who Abram's descendants are? It's really simple. We've cracked the human genome. We can do that. Why don't we do that? Would you be against doing that?
And we do have DNA tests, which, by the way, are banned in Israel. You're not allowed to get DNA tests in Israel.
Ladies and gentlemen, my DNA. Now, I bet you thought it was going to be a lot crazier than that, right? Now, you might ask yourself, why is it illegal to obtain this in the state of Israel? Because it proves through your DNA that Jews around the world have no ancestral ties to the land of Israel. But according to Israeli law, the fact that I have Jewish blood gives me more right to somebody's home and land in the land of Palestine than somebody that has been there for hundreds of years. Doesn't make sense.
This TikTok caused a storm online, with many debating what his results, which show no trace of being from Palestine or the Middle East, despite being Jewish, mean.
There are Ashkenazi Jews who are entirely European in their DNA. That's why you're not allowed to have a DNA test in Israel, because it will reveal that virtually none of them are Semitic, virtually none of them have any ancestral connection to the land. I was viciously assaulted by a manager in the BBC who had recently converted to Judaism. It's fine. I love all religions. But you can't say I've now converted to Judaism and therefore I have a right to go to the land of Palestine and live in the house of someone whose ancestors have been living in it for thousands of years.
I have no idea what that would prove. I mean, maybe it would be.
What do you mean? What it would prove who Abram's descendants are and who has a right to live here and who doesn't, according to the theology that you yourself just explained. And so I'm very confused as to why we don't do that. If you believe the theology that you've just explained to me,
would we do that all over the world?
Well,
and everybody.
This is the only country in the world.
All right, y'all listen to this guy try to switch up. Why can't you just say, yeah, we should do that? Sound like the Epstein files, right? Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But watch this.
World that you've said has this covenant with God, that this people have a moral and legal right to the land.
What about people who convert to Judaism? Would they have a right?
Well, you've just said.
I mean,
that
there are
it's not
converts to Judaism, so
you just told
they
me,
can make aliyah. They may not have.
You've just
DNA.
told me that it doesn't matter. You told me moments ago, trying to keep track, that it doesn't matter whether or not you believe in God or whether or not you practice Torah Judaism or Rabbinic Judaism, which is something else that I don't even know if we should. I don't even know what that means, but it doesn't matter whether you're, quote, a religious Jew or not. What matters is that you are part of the Jewish people to whom God gave this land that extends from the Nile to the Euphrates. And so if you believe that, wouldn't you want to know with a burning passion who those people are? And because of science, we can now know who those people are. So why aren't we finding out?
Ever struggled to get a credit card when you have poor to no credit? Then you need to download Self. By opening up a credit builder account.
I guess you could propose a DNA test for everybody who comes here, everybody who lives here. But the point
I'm comfortable with secular nation states where none of this is done on the basis of blood. I'm uncomfortable with that. I'll just say that.
But there are people who may not have bloodlines, but who have converted to Judaism. Are they going to be able to live here? Are you going to kick them out?
By your standards, they can't live here.
No,
because you
I've
just
never
told
said
me that they have a right to live here because God gave them the land because they're the descendants of Abraham.
They're the descendants of Abraham. But if they're the spiritual descendants of Abraham and they've now decided that they're converting to Judaism, then do they have a right?
All right.
Don't that sound familiar?
He just lied.
He just cut himself. I love that debate. That was a cut. He hemmed them up bad. The dude said they have to be a descendant to live in the land. Now they switched up when he said, let's do a blood work. So what is that telling everybody, y'all? Anybody watching it would come and let you know that these people ain't the people. And why would he say that? He should be like, bring it on. Let's do the blood work. He got studying. I can expose they spiritual Israel. That's all. Y'all want to hear some more? That's all I need to hear.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, let it play. I like watching them get caught up.
All right, he going to go in proving that they was being mean to Christians. I really don't like that. But what is it?
Go ahead.
Have a right to live in Israel?
Well, there's a whole legal literature in Israel on that question, and my understanding is that certain types of modern Judaism qualify a person and other types don't. Is that your understanding? I don't believe that people converted, and I could have this wrong, but I know people who've faced this personally. People, I don't believe people who've converted in a Reform synagogue have the right of return. I don't think that is, because I know people who've married into Jewish families and they find out they don't have the right of return. So that is perplexing to me.
Yeah, I know, my experience is a little different than yours. I know people who have definite Jewish connections, family relations, but now they're Christian. Some are not necessarily practicing Jews. They're not, they're more secular Jews, as you've discussed, but they come back here.
Okay, I'm not against that. I'm just wondering, since you began this conversation by asking me, did I think they had a right to come here?
Yeah, that's
and
what
my question was, on what basis do they have the right?
Yeah.
And
I
you
tried
said
to-
because God granted it to them.
And I also said because that there should be a land where Jews can live in peace and safety.
And I asked you what a Jew was, and you couldn't answer it. You said it partly is religious, but doesn't have to be. It's partly genetic, but it doesn't have to be. And so that you can see why I'm
I think I was
confused.
very clear that being Jewish is an identification either through blood or through faith that you're Jewish. It may be that you're a blood Jew, but you don't necessarily.
Look, y'all.
Is
This is why this stuff comes from them, because they know they're not the people, so they Jewish through faith. This is where this stuff comes from. It's a lie. You are not a Judah or Yehuda. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
you talking to me?
Yeah.
I was just laughing at him because it's funny. He is getting cut up every which way. Or as we say in the South, he getting cut every way but loose.
You right.
He's using Christian tactics. That's what Christians do, and some of our people who so-called in the truth, they do the same thing.
Look at
You
his
know,
last
you met-
name.
Yeah.
Huckabee. Come on, boy.
They use those same tactics.
He just-
like
Say what?
What'd you say, T?
no, I was just talking about those Christian tactics that he's using. Tucker asked a question. He's walking around the question. You know what I mean? Trying to throw straw men. They all do that. I just seen that happen to Brother Eric Tinsley or talking to Teo the other day. Yeah, when he was on that little live, he was standing on business talking about how these Edomites didn't have no hope. Teo flipped it and was like, well, what about this guy on TikTok that talked good about us? You think he going and this, that, and the third? It's tactics, man. They try to flip it and confuse you and play them heartstrings with you.
What do the scriptures say?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you know tell ministry a white person. He gotta be mixed or something. Why you keep doing that?
What? Like you doing
how,
what?
how he act? Tell ministry. How you just keep doing that?
I mean, the
I see what
scriptures
he
tell
doing.
you that Esau is gonna be completely destroyed. So why would you debate Esau?
Why you keep saying? Why you keep saying that? Yeah, like Judah Mack. What if they treat you well and you know what I'm saying? Remember that
It's not
conversation
the
we had with him?
Scriptures. Yeah, you're right. Judah Mack was. What did he say that day?
He said, what did he say?
We went to Debo on here. We went to
And
Baruch.
he still said,
He-
so you mean to
yeah.
tell me if something that don't mean nothing?
And when he went there, we both said at the same time, bro, you got something going on. He got mad, started running his mouth. And then he said, I don't care about Edomite. Well, if you don't care about Edomite, why you just sitting there vouching for him?
They all say
Right.
that, don't they keep saying that? Remember,
Yeah.
One of them.
Rule out.
remember the conversation we had in the text with them group, and he said this way, do you hate your mother?
Yeah, it was over.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't saying
Let
nothing
me-
to us yet. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And Josiah, y'all, both of y'all, think about this. What did he just say? He was asking him about physical Israel, right? And then he jumped over to spiritual Israel. Don't
Man,
they sound the same?
Yep.
Don't they sound the
Notice
same?
he never did answer. He don't want to have that blood test because he know that.
The dude
But hold
said,
on, watch
the
this.
dude started off saying the descendants. You got to be a lyrical descendant, and then he going from this. This is what white
Now
people
watch
do,
this.
y'all. They'll tell the
Watch
truth
this.
and
Hold
lie.
up. Hold up. Watch this. Now, what Teo say? There's a physical salvation and a spiritual salvation. You see what I'm saying? It's the same
Yeah.
tactic.
Not in the script.
Same
White boy.
tactic.
Mhm. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Not in scriptures. When you saying this stuff.
I don't know how y'all over there following Tell Ministry.
Necessarily
going
practice
hell with
Judaism,
him.
just like there are people who say they're Christian, but they don't do a thing to demonstrate what Christian.
There are a lot of
means.
bad Christians, including me some of the time, a lot of the time. But I don't have a right to real estate on the basis of my claim of
You
Christian.
don't have a right to real estate if you're talking about a specific parcel. But if you're talking about a land, I think what we're talking
That's
about
real
is
estate. That's all I'm,
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
and there was a designation to the family of nations of the world that there would be a Jewish homeland. Let's get to that point, because I think you've taken us on several trails here, and I'm not sure we can follow them all. But is there a reason that the Jewish people that represent, and I want to get back to this because you didn't let me finish a while ago, they represent 0.2% of the world's population. In the entirety of the world, there are about 16 million Jews total. And 8 million of them live here. The rest live.
Hey, this dude.
He just
said-
cut himself.
Again, 16 million Jews, but their little lies say Hitler killed 6 million. Man, that would be extinct if Hitler killed 6 million.
The dude
Y'all heard
said,
that?
how can you count? He's still lying. How can you count it if they spiritual? So that
Exactly.
number is what?
Exactly.
Look at his face.
See how he lying? He ugly as hell.
You see how he kind of set up in his chair. He like, oh yeah, I got you now. He thought he had him on the run.
Man, all white
Watch
people
Tug gonna make him sit back. Watch him make him sit back, right back.
Mostly in
Watch
New York
that.
or South Florida and a few other places.
Okay.
So this is a small population of people. They have connection to this land historically, biblically.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
If
He just cut himself. What did the scripture say?
Again.
I will make you what among the heathens, y'all?
Oh,
No.
small. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he said he's gonna make Israel as the saying of the what, y'all?
Sands of the sea.
Wow.
That's a lot of
BB's
saying.
family, we know they lived in Eastern Europe. There's no evidence they ever lived here. He's not religious.
But
in what sense?
ancestrally- but
how do we know
ancestrally-
that? Do you have his family tree? No, we don't.
Do you?
I hate this.
Why are you not getting powerful erections even after taking an ED medication? It comes down to how arousal really works.
I like the fact.
When I show you what I'm about to show you, your mind will be blown. You're going to be blindsided. Every single Israeli prime minister has a fake name. Did you know that? I was just talking about Ben Gurion. Do you know what his original name is? It's Gruen. Gruen. He changed it to make it sound more Jewish and sound more Middle Eastern. Do you know what Netanyahu's real name is? It's not Netanyahu, it's Milkovsky.
This story begins in October 1949, 1 year after Israel's formation. This is when Netanyahu was born, the second child of a historian. His paternal grandfather was a rabbi and a Zionist writer. His name was Nathan Milikowski. Later in life, he Hebraized his surname from Milikowski to Netanyahu, a name which means God has given.
This is Yair Netanyahu's DNA test that has been leaked. You can see right there, his Y DNA is RM198. Descendants of RM198 come from Poland, Russia, Germany, and other European countries. Does this look Semitic to you? Does this look Middle Eastern?
Maybe you will ask, who is Mr. Milikovsky? I did ask, and you told me, but I didn't know before. He is Benjamin Netanyahu. This is the real name. Prime Minister or President of Israel. The colonial settler state of Israel.
I swear to God, go and look it up. You'll find Milkovsky. That's his real name. These are.
This guy look like a Mexican. You look at this guy. He's a Jew. He look like a Mexican. Y'all see this?
Mm-hmm.
You like a Mexican.
Oh,
Remember what Israelis are. Israelis are European Jews. They don't come from Palestine, but they want you to make you believe. They want to make believe and make you believe that they come from this area of the land, that they're so Jewish, right? Even though they have no connection. So they change the names.
He doesn't. So no one does. That's the point.
But
So
if
how do
there
we
is-
know that he
but
has any
if they
connection
are
to this land at
Jewish,
all?
And if there has been a practice of Judaism and a connection to the language,
But
the
he
Bible,
doesn't-
the land.
His ancestors didn't. He doesn't practice Judaism in any rigorous way. His ancestors didn't live here. They didn't speak the language, and there's no evidence they ever lived here. So on what basis does he have a right
Very
to be
much
here?
speaks the language. He has fought for the land. His family has fought for the
You're
land.
dodging a
No, I'm not
very
dodging.
obvious question, which is where does this right come from? And the
I've-
reason
I've
it's
given you
meaningful
that
is
answer.
because there are a lot of people in the territory that Israel controls today, particularly in the West Bank, who, through genetic testing, we can know their families have been here for thousands of years. We don't know whether they practiced Judaism, whether they were Samaritans, pre-Islam. We don't know that. A lot of them we know have been Christians for 2,000 years. They have less of a right to the land than someone whose ancestors, the only thing we know about them is they lived in Latvia or Poland. They're Eastern European.
The Jews who were brought in Israel, most of them are white. Not most of them, almost all of them are white, including me. I was brought in Israel from a country which is called Bulgaria. It's a European country. And I can tell you that in every...
Hey, y'all, this is the video that sparked my eye that Dora sent me. This guy right here. I said, let me do a research. This is video, y'all. Wow.
European country, there are Jews, and there is so-called organization Jewish Agency, which is trying to take those Jews to Israel. If you track this organization, you can find out that this is not an Israeli organization. This is an American organization. Jewish Agency is an American organization which has the exclusive right to decide who is Jewish and who is not on this planet, and who to be taken to Israel and who's not. Now, if you do research, you will find out that in Africa, in Black Africa, they're looking for Jews only in Ethiopia. They bring Jews only from Ethiopia. And I can tell you by knowing a lot of people, Ethiopian Jews here in Israel, that they're treated very badly, very badly. And many of them commit suicide because they cannot take it. So they come from some place, Ethiopia, they don't have much there, but they live decent life. And when they come here and try to be humiliated and so on, some of them cannot even take it. Now, what I'm trying to say is that why from each white country this Jewish agency is trying to bring Jews, and when it's about Black Africa, they're going to Ethiopia, and this is where they stop. The only one place. Now, because of the same thing, they're trying to do the white supremacy here. They try to bring white guys here and to take the supremacy over Arabs, which are the local citizens, and over blacks, which are so far they're only the Ethiopian Jews. Now, what I'm trying also to say is that another question is why America needs Israel. There is no oil like in other Middle Eastern countries. There's nothing they can be attracted to. But why do they do all these things? Why do they invest money, bring white people and so on, when they build their system of white supremacy, just like in America they build in Israel? Why? And I can tell you why. Because the true Jews, according to the Bible, you can check it in the Bible, you can read Job 30 and some other places. They have never been white. They have been people of color. And they have not stopped in Ethiopia. They were in Ethiopia, Sudan, and they have settled in West Africa. From West Africa, they have been taken as slaves to America. Brothers and sisters, blacks of America, it's you. You are the true Hebrews. You are the true Hebrews from the Bible. America gonna do everything, gonna invest as much money as it has, gonna fight as much wars as they can, gonna invite as much weapons as they can, just to hide this away from you.
You know what you are?
Hey.
You are an ancient Israelite.
I'm glad you played this video because I don't like what he's gonna say after he asked him that. I mean, after he tell him.
Yeah, after he asked it, look what he said.
Go ahead and play it. Play that. I
I
ain't like that.
don't think you're gonna play it, but we'll see.
Yeah, play that.
If you give me time, if you give me time, how that he said, no, we don't have so many years. I know. Look at this. This is pages and pages of notes, and I promise we'll give more teaching. But here is my challenge to you. All right. I'm hearing some of your traditions. It's like the days of the Bible. Yes. Do you want to remain ancient Israelites, or you want to be Jews?
You can convert to Judaism. You can convert to a blood family. You cannot convert to a race. Judaism is a religion. That's all it is.
Thank you. I'll answer that question. Go ahead. I will help you. After the demise of Solomon, we now have the northern and southern kingdom of Israel.
Yeah.
So when we talk about Jews, Jews are Israelites, but all Israelites are not Jews. The 10 tribes that got lost are not Jews. They were Israelites. Well, it's depending. The minority cannot swallow the majority. We are here. We are the majority down here. So you are minority, and we are older than you.
Two people place the same exact trade. One loses, the other one wins.
Tell us more.
Hey, what would have jumped him? As soon as you asked us that.
Yeah, beat the wheels off on it. Stupid question.
We'll beat the hell out of him. Stupid question is that. Why the hell you don't give me a challenge to? I don't even want to say nothing no more.
All right, Jews are Israelites, exactly. A challenge, yeah. He's for a later remark, Israelite. All right, so y'all see why we got these black folks in America claiming they Native Americans, but they don't want to do the blood work because then they disown blood, but when it comes to a child, then they believe it. You can't do that. It's crazy. All right, then you see camp guys don't want to do a blood work because the Mexicans, Indians are not our people. It's easy. Now you see in the country what they call, Cerusium. That's what I'm gonna say. They ban blood work. Why would you ban blood work if you are the chosen people? But they ban blood. Run that back, went off. In 1948, false and so-called, also fake, is real biblical, and it's like where I said it to be. Desolate land, basically a damn desert. Yeah. That's what it says. But check this out, right? So these people know they're not the people. I mean, they know. It ain't like that we fighting an uphill battle. It's just like the dude was saying, America put them in there. And I agree. And saying they are the people. America don't want to take what they trying to do is get rid of that, what they did to us, right? They enslaved us.
I hate the smell of that shit, bro.
Huh?
I hate the smell of weed, bro.
Oh.
My bad, I'm at work. My bad, y'all.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm like, what? So why would America tell the truth on who the people are when they enslaved us and they in power? Whoever in power.
Had to create it.
Go ahead.
That's why they had to create a fake Israel or a fake Jewish people.
Yeah.
But they telling you about a damn Jewish, like my brother said in the chat. Ish. Like, what did that suffix mean?
Why would they have to change the name? Israeli, Jewish. You're right.
Israelis. Come on, man. And why they do that little thing with their hair, with the little curlies? They think that's locks? Hell.
They trying to they dry. You know they dry out their hair too. So.
And then think about the well, my bad.
Jeepers Creeper hats on.
Mm-hmm. And think about this. Why did the little fake whatever he is, why did he have to make get real distinct like that in that question? Why did he say, do you want to remain ancient Israelites or do you want to become Jews? He knows. You just sit there and told on yourself that you know you're phony.
All right, check this. You're right. Check this out. We
trying to
run that back. You got something you want to say on that? You ain't said much. What's up?
He trying. No, I was
Hey,
saying
but
that
I
man
really
trying
don't
to
like that.
cleave.
Say what, bro?
I said I
said
really
he
don't
trying
like
to-
that. What he said. I really don't like
No.
that.
Mm-mm. That's insane. Why would you do that? But
He said challenge.
Mm-hmm. Not offer, challenge.
We would have jumped him. I'm telling you.
Yep.
I mean, you redneck, you don't get up out of here, you eat them right. But y'all notice
We would have jumped
in
him.
the country we call them redneck. Come find out the color of Edom is red. Y'all, come on, man.
Crazy.
Our people already know who they were.
What do you think that red dragon is in Revelation?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kadar, what wasn't the Igbo, ain't that in your DNA?
My bad.
Yeah, Igbo.
Yeah. Let's say you see where you get it from, they were going off.
Yeah. You see that?
We were here longer than you.
That was it.
Boy, he taught their ass up.
52%. But check this out, run that back. What was going to say? I got another. We're going to go in to talk about the war because we know the blood test, they scared to do it. So-called black Indians scared to do it. The camp guys scared to do it. And we know the people that call themselves us, they abandoned out of Israel. So why can't, that's how I open it down. So what you think about the blood test? I mean, we are saved by the blood of the Lamb. If the Lamb is the black man,
What motherfucking breast test?
we say
yourself up with that one.
say about the blood of the Lamb. The blood of the Lamb is Negroes are like we are. What you think?
Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. Say that again, Kadar.
If we say by the blood of the Lamb, we know the Lamb is Negro. This is why these people won't take the blood test. And I hate it for black people calling themselves Indians. Y'all the stupidest I ever seen in my life. Y'all
That's got to be
missed
the dumbest.
Yeah.
That's stupid as hell.
Hey, check Brother E's comment out right quick.
All right. So what you guys say? Run that back. I don't see Brother E's comment. Oh,
Eric Tinsley.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eric Tinsley. Okay.
Remember, family, these imposters wanted Uganda first before choosing that place. Exactly.
Yes.
Also, you go and do the research, bro. They got offered Kenya and Zimbabwe. All the lands that they offered them in the beginning were in the continent of Africa. And they said that they didn't want to worship Wakushis, Negroes. So that's why they colonized what we know today and named it what they want to name it. And a matter of fact, here's a good question. If that's so-called our land, how many of black people do y'all know or have y'all seen, and you got any trace of Israeli in your blood where you're attached to that land? Did you have any, Kadar?
Israeli? No. You don't say Israel. The only thing I had in my blood was Northeast Africa, completely a lot of West Africa. And when we left and came over, Spain to Portugal and the Wales. And of course America, because we're here. But that's it.
So
We have
northeast.
no Levant. What's in there?
I
So
just
north-
asked because Go ahead, brother. My bad.
No, go ahead. You good. You good.
No, I was just gonna say, you know, if that's supposed to be our promised land, which that's stupid. How can the entire diaspora fit somewhere no bigger than New Jersey? That's one, dumb for one. And two, you know, if that's our land, then our DNA should trace back there to that land, and it don't, and they lie because even everything about that place.
Well, we know that DNA don't trace back to the land, and they lying about that. You're right.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. How, they lying about who they are, so why the hell would they tell the truth about where they at? Foolishness. They ain't gonna do it. They of their father, the devil.
Go ahead and run that back before we get to the last video.
Go ahead. I'll share that again.
All right, let's get this last video. This is pretty good too. Right? You know, it's talking about what's going on with the war. We already know that, you know, what's going on attacking Israel and America. Let's see what Russia gonna do about this. Fair use.
And the language is always carefully chosen. This week, Russian officials suggested that any military action against Thrawn would trigger consequences far beyond what American planners anticipate. The statement was not emotional. It was not theatrical. It was delivered through diplomatic channels with the precision of a technical briefing. And remarkably, almost no one in Washington seems to be asking the obvious question. Why would Russia risk escalation over a country that is neither a formal ally nor a treaty partner? The answer reveals something uncomfortable about how power actually works in 2025. If you have wondered why these warnings sound different from the usual diplomatic noise, stay with this analysis. We do not shout here, we test assumptions. If you want that approach, consider subscribing. The first thing that strikes any serious analyst is how American policy discussions treat Iran as an isolated problem. Congressional hearings focus on sanctions effectiveness. Pentagon briefings emphasize military options. Intelligence assessments detail Iranian capabilities, but there is a glaring gap in this entire framework. Almost no one discusses what happens when you attack a state that sits at the center of an emerging security architecture that includes Russia and China. This is not oversight. This is analytical blindness that could prove catastrophic. The problem is not bad information. The problem is treating partial information as complete strategy. Consider how these relationships actually function on the ground. Iran supplies Russia with military hardware for the Ukraine conflict. Russia provides Iran with advanced air defense systems and nuclear technology. China offers Iran economic corridors and energy partnerships that bypass Western sanctions. This is not ideology. This is mutual dependence. When you strike one note.
All right. We know America, Great Britain was cast out of Africa by 4 nations of probably our people. Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and who else? I know South Africa. Now you got the 10 horns come up. We got Russia and China with Iran. This is why I know Trump got to be the stupidest president in the world, but he ain't calling no shots. He's just the face that we see. Why would you do that? When then we look at prophecy coming in full effect. Iran won't be able to beat them, but when you got everybody else coming into play, because it's almost like a war crime what they did. They didn't get no okay, you can do it or nothing. They just did it. Y'all got something to say before I play the rest of this?
Me too. Nah, I ain't got much to say.
Hey, the fact that is that Israel over there fighting, right?
Yep.
That cuts them being the people.
That's another thing. Yep. It says that won't be no more war no more. What they doing then? They've been fighting. Man, them suckers been in war since 1948. Come on, man.
And I feel like the Most High is allowing Trump to. I don't feel like nothing happened outside of his will. Yeah, Trump done, but he's doing exactly what the Most High wants him to do, or is foretold that he was going to do.
He's a
in order to
puppet.
bring his word
He's a
into the
puppet.
world. Man, these little AI thing getting better and better. They almost got this looking real. This, you know, this AI, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They doing good with their little AI. It look almost real.
Note in this network, you do not just hit Iran. You stress the entire system, and stress systems react unpredictably. But we are only beginning to understand the scope of what Washington might be triggering. Think through the operational realities that Pentagon planners face if they move against Iranian nuclear facilities. The mission requires sustained air operations over several days. It demands suppression of Iranian air defenses across multiple provinces. It needs intelligence networks that can verify target destruction in real time. All of this assumes Iran responds alone.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI.
But what if Russia decides that protecting its strategic partners serves Russian interests more than avoiding confrontation with the United States? Suddenly, your limited operation becomes something much larger. Russian military advisors are already embedded within Iranian defense structures. Russian radar systems monitor the Persian Gulf. Russian technicians maintain equipment that would be central to any Iranian response. Strike Iran, and you are not just attacking Iranian assets. You are attacking a system that includes Russian personnel, Russian technology, and Russian strategic interests. This is where the comfortable...
All right, I just want to play and show why China and Russia could be entering into this war, right? And that could be our deliverance. Now, I want y'all to ask yourself something. When you think about Israel in the past, right? When our deliverance came was above a war, right? Why do everybody got to fight when we suggested under them? Y'all notice that? Why is the war coming out when it's talking about us?
What was your question again, bro? I'm sorry.
Why they don't say us, but why we be in the midst of the war? When we go back to Babylon, we go back to Assyria, right? He used Babylon, Persian means. We go back to, go back to Babylon. He used Persian means.
Like whoever
Persian means Greece and Rome, the next over Greece. What I'm saying is that they may not mention us, but the war actually is about us.
Like whoever we subjected up under, that's like, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, long as we still here, they're still gonna be basically blessed. You could say, kind of, I guess. You know what I mean? Because once we're gone, that's it. So it's like they fighting for their little lifeline to stick around. That's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah.
That's a pattern from starting in Egypt too, because remember it was a war that broke out and a new king that rose up that didn't know Joseph. Y'all remember that?
Exactly.
The war between
I forgot about
Syrian
that.
king.
Yeah.
And that's how the Egyptian empire ended up lasting over 250 years, because they didn't torture us enslave us the entire time we was there. Huh. Interesting.
Never thought of it like that. That makes sense.
All the rest of the empires, y'all, they fell at either 250 or before.
There's
Just think about it like
there's
this.
only.
If you
Go ahead, Josiah.
if you got slaves, that make you rich.
Yep.
Yep. Working, you got the working class, and from what the statistics say, America got the biggest workforce in the world, mainly comprising of black people. You know what I'm saying? We the biggest workforce. Biggest workforce, number one consumers. We're a cash cow. They ain't letting that go. Not easy.
What's richer than a human?
Nothing.
They trying, but they you know, they wish. I bet they wish they could. You know what I'm saying? Actually make humans. You know what I mean? That's why all these bots and all that stuff, you know, is around now, mingling themselves with this mess. That's what they want. But don't y'all do y'all ask everybody on this panel a question and in the chat? Do y'all it's a word kind of buzzing around the internet right now that's saying that this is the year of revealing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff is getting revealed this year, starting with, you know, in January, the young brother over there revealing Africa. Then you turn around and you reveal all the dirty stuff that Trump been doing with, you know, Venezuela, Nigeria. Then you got the Epstein files that come out. Then you got Jada and Will Smith. They little dirty stuff being aired out. You see what I'm saying? And now Israel getting aired out. It's like everybody getting the cover pulled off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Jada and them don't move to Africa. I mean, he moved to Memphis, Tennessee, I believe. Damn.
Well, she come down here. She about to make sure she got all her affairs in order. She ain't finna do no brother down here like she did what's the name? Carlton from the Fresh Prince. You hear about what she did to him, didn't you?
No.
Bruh, said the little dude said he saw the video. She was watching it. She was messing with some little, you know, like cocktail, like little drug cocktail to get a high or whatever. So she's sitting there watching the video of her, and I can't think of his real name, but all I know was Carlton from the Fresh Prince, the little short dark guy. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, says she was beating him up. You know what I'm saying, with a baseball hat and some Timberland boots on, with a strap on, and said he was begging her to stop. Said begging her to stop, man. That little ass would have been flying out a window somewhere.
Yes.
And he said that that's him. Alfonso Ribeiro. Ribeiro. Christian, yeah. And so you know, a bunch of stuff that Will Smith done did. She was calling out people names like Tyrese and other people that I didn't know. You know, but the guy said that if the videos come out, they going to prison. Then, you know, you got Jay-Z and Beyonce on the run. they flee in the country. They ain't even together no more. I mean, it's just like everybody getting that sauce, man. Everybody getting it. And it's like, what's really going on? And then, you know, the brother, he just brought that up. Let me see. Today is the 2nd. Okay. Now, I seen a video on it this morning. They was talking about how the blood moon is going to happen tomorrow night, or I guess 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow or whatever. But it's happening on the 3rd day of the 3rd month.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready to get off. Ready to close this down. Run it back. You got something we want to say before we get out? I don't know. You ain't said much.
I forgot the question in the beginning. I didn't get a chance to answer, but if you can repeat it one more time.
So we've been talking about blood, right?
The blood work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if our ancestors said crucify him with the Edomites and put the blood on us generation to generation. So the Most High said, I will cleanse your blood in Jeremiah 3:21. Josiah read a couple more scriptures saying basically the same thing. So why would Ish people be scared of doing the
blood work?
Yeah.
Because they filthy asses can't be clean. They ain't the people. My bad.
No, that's good. You're right.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I mean, they asses is some filthy ass people. And they come from the fallen angel, so why would the Most High save? If he said he was going to destroy the fallen angels, what makes you think the children of the fallen have a chance?
That's a good statement.
So, of course, they're going to be scared to do the blood work.
Let's see.
Check that out, bro. At 3:33 a.m., that's when it posted. Wow. That's what he was talking about. He said 3:33.
I was talking about that.
Yeah.
Well, I hope something happened behind it. Shoot.
Yeah. I mean, Genesis 14, man. Or was it Genesis 14? Where the Most High said that, he put these things in the heavens, man, for times and for seasons. So you'll know what time of season it is. And a lot of our people, man, I know they're not interested in it or whatever, but that's a celestial clock, or that's the Most High's clock up there. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say look around. He said look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. And I think these are things that we should pay attention to, because it's not for everybody. These are for us.
Black people, remember, this is for us, man. We have something to look forward to. Stop trying to say these heathens, bro. If they ain't trying to pay us reparations or tell the government to pay us what's owed, don't save them. Stop trying to save them. Just like I seen a video this morning of a brother. He went to Venezuela, right? Because I guess they got a protest going on down there. So when he got there, this brother was met with racism. And the whole comments was on his ass too. Like, we got Congo, free Congo. Why ain't nobody talking about that? Why ain't nobody talking about what's going on in Sudan? Why ain't we focusing on our own communities here? Like, we got our own problems to focus on, and yet you want to go to another country where they hate your black ass and want to fight for them. They ain't fighting for you. We are all we have. We are all we got, bro. And we're at a time right now that we need each other. We need each other more than ever. So, with all that being said, I'm going to just land my plane there for now.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's end this. I'm gonna get ready for work. That's sad, man. We have to get ready for work like this every time. This is good. That's some good stuff y'all brought out. Venezuela. So true. Thank you. All right. My last word is this, y'all. I pray that this our deliverance. I'm not gonna do a Prophet Tale Ministries, But now Israel claiming that's it. It's not, you know. And if I did do it, it wouldn't be doing it like I'm trying to be a prophet. I just want to get up out of here, man. So, like to say, shalom, peace, and glory. I pray this is our deliverance coming up.
My last comments will be shalom to the family, shalom to y'all, shalom to the ones that are in the back watching and not commenting. If you're new here, like, subscribe to Kadar Resurrecting the Truth and TRR Talk Show. The Truth is Racist. And I want to give the Most High thanks, and all praises goes to him. All glory and honor goes to him for the work that you brothers, you, P, Josiah, Kadar, Yadakota, Ibri, and Yash, you know, shalom to y'all. Y'all holding it down. Continue to stand on business for your people. And all that being said, shalom to the 12 tribes.
Yeah, just shalom to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all coming out. Brother Kadar, appreciate you having me. Just want to give all praise, glory, and honor to the creator of the universe, our Heavenly Father, that we ain't got to share with nobody. He's ours and all ours. But I feel like this is a real exciting time for us, man. And I'm standing on faith that this is our time, you know, that the Most High is not a man that he's going to lie. He said that he was going to rescue his people, and we see his hand moving in the earth right now. Just like the Messiah said, you know, you can discern the weather, but you can't discern the times. And seeing all these signs happening around us, they are not to be ignored. They are to be acknowledged, recognized, and understood that the Father's word is for real. He's for real. You know what I'm saying? And what an honor it is to be his people in this time, and to know that everything that dealing with prophecy in the end times, my goodness, it's got everything to do with us, all revolving around us. So that being said, man, love y'all, man, and our time is almost here, man. Hallelujah to the Most High. Shalom.
You got someone to say, Josiah, or you ready to go?
Oh, nothing. I ain't got nothing. Shalom, bless y'all.
The man eating a pork sandwich.
Y'all must have heard me sleep talking.
I am eating it.
They say what?
Whatever, man. I'll see y'all.
All right, shalom.
All right. Shalom to y'all, family.